Moto taxi to Chinatown? What's the price?
Yeah.
How much?
250.
This is what I love about Bangkok. Like every corner you look at, it's just full of food and so many incredible street food stalls. There you got a good view of a sky train right now in action. I mean, look at that skyline. You got temples that were built hundreds of years ago surrounded by some of the most modern buildings in the world. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another beautiful day here in Bangkok, Thailand. Now today, I'm actually right back on Sukhumvit, and we're actually gonna try and go on a crazy motorcycle tour around the city of Bangkok. Now, I've been wanting to do this for, about a year and a half now. I think the last motorcycle tour I did was almost 2 years ago. Crazy how fast time flies, but it's time for a new one, so I figure why not? Let's take a moto taxi from Sukhumvit Road all the way to Chinatown, and we'll be able to see a lot of the city along the way. Now, today, it is actually incredibly hot out here. Now, obviously that's no shocker, it's Bangkok, but the last few days it was really overcast, and today it is scorching, guys. Like, the sun is full on blazing. Now, right now in Sukhumvit, there's a lot of tuk-tuk drivers. These guys are actually trying to do city tours and obviously take you to locations that are super touristic, but I have been offered quite a bit the whole 10 baht city tour for 1 hour tuk-tuk scam that actually happens a lot in the touristic areas like Sukhumvit and Khao Road. So if we actually get offered one of those before I find a moto taxi, then we'll hop on it. That way I can show you guys what you can expect out of the whole 10 bahts or 50 bahts for 1 hour tuk-tuk tour. Chances are, guys, when you're traveling around Asia, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. So let's start exploring. Let's see what we get into, where this video brings us. Now, there's also a lot of like these VIP shuttles that take you on tours and excursions outside the city, as well as to the airport and Pattaya. But I always recommend taking a metered taxi if you're heading to Pattaya or the airport. It's always cheaper. What's up, bro? How are you? So yeah, they offer all the different tours. It's quite impressive, actually. Let's see if somebody doesn't approach us here soon. Either a tuk-tuk or a moto taxi. Okay, that guy looks like he's not working right now at the moment. All right, should we keep walking down, or should I just ask here on this corner? You know what? Let's ask here on this corner. Hello. Moto taxi to Chinatown? What's the price?
Yeah.
How much?
250.
250?
Yeah. Chinatown.
Okay. Can we do like a little tour and to Chinatown?
On the way, on the way. On the way, show.
On the way, show, exactly.
Slowly.
Slow. Okay. 250?
Yeah.
Okay, I come with you. Thank you, sir. Kapun cup. All right.
You happy tip for him, nah?
Huh?
You happy tip for him.
I got you. All right, thank you. Cool, so that was pretty easy. And look at what they sell right here, guys. All right, let's see how interesting this tour gets. All right, so we're heading to Chinatown, one of my favorite areas in Bangkok. And I want to show you guys just how crazy it is being on the back of a moto taxi. Now, what's crazy is that, well, the first crazy thing is that they never offer the passenger a helmet. The driver always wears a helmet, but the passenger never gets one. Now, I don't recommend moto taxi rides to people that have never traveled in Asia before, one, and two, for people that are first timers in Bangkok. It's a lot safer to just take a taxi, guys, and a sky train or a tuk-tuk, any other form of transportation, rather than a moto taxi. However, this is my favorite way to get around, and I think it's the best way to weave through traffic. You'll see, these people they're crazy. They're experts on the road. Well, kinda. All right, let's see where we head off to first. So yeah, there's a lot of restaurants, massage parlors, hotels here in Sukhumvit. As I mentioned a few days ago when I was filming here, yesterday actually it was, there are there's pretty much every Western comfort food that can be found here on this street. It's very much dedicated to the tourism. However, you'll still see plenty of locals navigating up and down Sukhumvit, especially because, well, you know, this Silom line, or actually the green line, the sky train that's up above me, actually connects the city quite well. All right, I am a bit sketched out right now. That's why I keep losing my train of thoughts, because, well, he's squeezing into the most tightest spaces, but once we hit the road, it gets a lot more comfortable. I keep feeling like my knee almost scraping the cars. But yeah, guys, extremely warm day here in Bangkok. Still nonetheless a beautiful day. And to be honest, I'm quite shocked. $250, that was a fairly reasonable price. I was expecting to pay upwards to in the range of 500 or something. So yeah, this here that you see above me is the sky train, one of many here in the city. It's the green line, and the green line actually connects you to the MRT and every other form of transportation here in the city as well. This is the JW Marriott, a bunch of massage parlors and cannabis stores. Wow, traffic isn't bad this morning. This is what I love about Bangkok. Like every corner you look at, it's just full of food and so many incredible street food stalls. Even if they're not selling food, they're selling clothing items, you know, fragrances, all kinds of interesting things that you don't find back at home. Even though I must say, nowadays in Los Angeles, a lot of the streets are starting to fill up with street vendors as well. But it wasn't always that way. However, now it's definitely getting a lot more common. Wow, you seen that? How he turned his body sideways to squeeze through those cars? That's wild, man. So you can see why I love the moto taxi though, because you just get everywhere a lot faster. And I think the moto taxi is a very underrated job in the world. They don't get as much respect as they deserve, but these guys are the superheroes on the road. However, I must say, I've been into a couple of taxis and Grabs this week where, you know, you can definitely tell that the Grab driver does not like these guys, because they just cut everybody in the line and then even run the one-ways at times. They're quite crazy. Now, I think we're heading off into the direction of Lumpini now. Sir, down there's Lumpini. Oh, Lumpini, okay. See, so I'm very familiar with the streets in Bangkok nowadays because, well, I spent so much time here. So it's nice to, you know, admire all of the different spots that you would normally see from the BTS or from the backseat of a Grab on the back of a moto. And the breeze feels incredible. Sometimes air conditioning is a little too much for me and gets me all stuffy. But being on the back of a moto taxi, you get that fresh air, and it is super nice. So yeah, he's going about 38 kilometers an hour right now. I don't know exactly what that transfers into as far as miles per hour, but it feels pretty fast when you're on the back of a scooter. But yeah, look, a whole bunch of street food, a lot of locals. I can tell, like a lot of college or maybe high school students were there right now. And something that surprises a lot of people about Bangkok is how green this city is. But yes, there are so many green spaces in the city. There are a lot of trees in the city. For being one of the largest metropolitan cities in the world, I am truly shocked about how green it is. Look, this is the Embassy of the United States of America. Thankfully, we've never had to visit those offices for any of their services, but they are here. Here in Bangkok, you find pretty much every embassy in the world is located here on these streets. Another thing that you guys always find so interesting in my videos that I make here in Bangkok are the, I guess the electrical wires, telephone wires, They're so crazy, and there's always thousands, hundreds, if not thousands in one corner. I don't know how they keep track of which lines are working, which ones connect to what, because a lot of them actually look like they've been snipped in half and they've just been left hanging for years. I don't even think there's a way that the city could actually clean all of those up. And to be honest, I don't want them to. I think they look pretty damn cool. And it adds that little special touch of Bangkok, you know? But yeah, all of these high-rise buildings that you see, a lot of these are commercial / residential buildings. But I must say, right now I'm looking at investing here in Bangkok, and the real estate market is quite crazy, and it gets expensive very, very fast. For around a one-bedroom studio or a one-bedroom apartment / studio, you're looking at spending about $150,000 right now in an area like around Lumpini, around Sukhumvit, Rama 9. So it gets quite expensive very fast, and you're talking about places that oftentimes don't even have a kitchen. So that's why it's been taking me a while to look, but I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on a condo in the next 6 to 8 months for sure. This here is Lumpini Park. Famous Lumpini. And undoubtedly one of the most beautiful parks I think I've ever had the opportunity to visit. It reminds me a lot of Central Park in New York City, but this one here is the Central Park of Bangkok. And look at this little cart that you have right in front of us. That's the broom cart. They're basically like shops that are attached to motorcycles, carrying all kinds of brooms, and they sell all kinds of home cleaning appliances as well. It's super cool to see. All right, well, it's picking up a little bit more here in traffic, but I must say, you can tell I'm not used to riding a scooter because my butt really starts to hurt after just a few minutes of sitting on a bike, especially after being in a tuk-tuk for the last few weeks. Being on a bike is a big difference. What does that say? 150 years, Thailand, Belgium. I guess that means 150 years that Thailand and Belgium have been friends. Oh, this is the Belgium bridge, it looks like. Wow. Maybe Belgium donated that bridge, or they collaborated on that. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, look at all the billboards with the new iPhone advertisements on the side. Hopefully you guys can see those. They're everywhere. Now, it always blows my mind exactly how many motos are on the road here in Thailand. Obviously, in Thailand, it doesn't even compare to Vietnam, because Vietnam's probably the craziest motorcycle scooter scene I've ever seen in the world. But it's definitely up there in Bangkok. Now, I think I got a pretty responsible driver, because, or either that or it's just not, you know, a complete traffic jam out right now, because the one I took two days ago, man, was absolutely weaving through cars, in front of cars, around the buses. And to be honest, I ride moto taxis quite a bit here in Bangkok, but that one had me stressing. My hands were dripping. All right, we should be taking off any minute now. All right, looks like we got the lead though, so we should be fine. Exactly how far are we from Chinatown? I'm not too sure. If the ride's a little dull to Chinatown, then we'll go ahead and just extend the let me see how far we are from Chinatown. Oh, about an 11-minute ride. Okay, so not too bad. Okay, maybe we should upgrade the ride a little bit and take it down to Khao San. We'll see what the vibes are like. Okay, so which direction are we going? So you see what just happened now? We were supposed to go on that lane, and he just kind of did like a big S and weaved us into this lane. Oh yeah, there's no traffic. So if you want to get around in Bangkok, 11 a.m. is the time to do it. Or is it 12? Oh, it's 12:20. Oh man, it's late. I thought I woke up early this morning. I literally just ate breakfast, and man, now it's 12:30. What the heck? There you got a good view of a sky train right now in action. To be honest, I think that's the same green line. That's the one that takes you to CM, Paragon, MDK Center, Central World. Actually, it might not be the green line now that I think about it. Not too sure exactly which one that is. Hotel Ashton. But yeah, Bangkok never seems to stop surprising me. Oh, look, we're about to drive right past the temple right now. I wonder what the name of this temple is. Wow, it is gorgeous. This is why I love Bangkok so much. I mean, look at that skyline. You got temples that were built hundreds of years ago, surrounded by some of the most modern buildings in the world. Let's see what he does here. This doesn't look too promising. Oh, okay. Weaving through one car, weaving through another, and now we're in action. You know, this has been a super interesting ride, but I was hoping that it would take a little bit longer. Maybe we should upgrade it a little bit. Tell him to take me to Khao, right? At least it sounds like a good idea for right now. So yeah, the problem with being in Thailand is every time I get here, I think that, you know, I'm gonna start eating better and going to the gym, and then I get here and maybe I make it to the gym 2 or 3 times. But the eating better does not happen. There's just food everywhere and everything just catches my attention, catches my eye, and I want to try absolutely everything. And it doesn't matter how many times I've been to Bangkok, there are still so many things that I've never tried and so many things that I find just new every time I leave the house. Yeah, a lot of people complained in the last video I made here in Bangkok, traveling on the back of a motorcycle like this. People said it's too dangerous, it's risky, but guys, this is literally what so many locals do every single day. I mean, this is a form of transportation here in the city, and you can see so many people doing it the same way. It doesn't mean that it's the right way to do things, but I like showing you guys, you know, how the locals move around in cities like Bangkok. So yeah, this is the way that a lot of people do it. They move around on moto taxis, especially if you're trying to save time. So here we are, we're now entering the Chinatown neighborhood of Bangkok. How many minutes are we in anyway? 19 minutes. 19 minutes, that's too short for a motorcycle tour, I feel like. How should we keep this going? But yeah, you can see the contrast from where we just came from, where it was extremely modern and very new, compared to this old town, the old town. However, Chinatown, all of these old parts of Bangkok are some of my favorites, and undoubtedly some of the best places to spend your time when you're new to a city or new to Thailand. So it's quite cool. These stoplights here in Bangkok, they actually have a countdown as well. 19, 18, 17. And to be honest, you know, a lot of people say that moving around the city of Bangkok, especially on a motorcycle, is quite dangerous. Although I can totally see it. I have never witnessed an accident here in Thailand, thank God. And to be honest, I feel like, yeah, it might be a bit sketchy, but everything just seems to work, you know? I don't know, like people just know what they're doing out here. Okay, here we are, the famous Yawara streets, which is the oldest streets in Bangkok. Look at this. We are in the heart of Chinatown right now. This is literally one of my favorite areas, the Chinatown in Bangkok. Undoubtedly one of the best places to visit in Bangkok, especially for street food and at night. I mean, look at this place, guys. It is just amazing out here. Such a good vibe. Yeah, at night, all of these signs start to turn on and glow, and it's very interesting to see. You know what? That ride was incredibly short. Maybe we should keep it going. Let's see right now where he decides to drop me off or pull on over. But yeah, a lot of the street food carts are starting to get activated. Actually, Gladys and my brother are here in this area right now. Maybe we'll see them along the way, and that'd be pretty cool. I'll just jump off and join them. But yeah, here you're gonna find a lot of traditional Chinese shops, a lot of street food. This is like the produce market area. And then the Sampang market, which is a little bit inside, is where you're gonna find, like, how can I say it? I don't know, a lot of mass-produced items such as keychains, sandals, purses, things like that that you can go back and resell, like wholesale items. You also got a lot of gold shops here in this area. Yeah, a lot of places where they sell jewelry, gold. And this here is this, huh? Okay, so we made it. Well, let's see exactly how far. Hello, sir. One question. How much more baht to go to Khao Road? Khao Road. How much baht? How many more baht? 350 altogether, Khao Road? Okay, thank you. All right, well, let's go to Khao Road now. Why not? Let's do a complete little city tour of Bangkok. So yeah, I definitely don't mind paying for some services just like this one. Obviously, guys, things would be a lot more cheaper for a local, but you know, I got some special requests right now. I have this man driving me all around the city, and to be honest, I might just have him drive me back down here. I just want to show you guys around. But 350 is roughly $10 US. All right, so now we're diving on into some small alleyways. This is what I wanted you guys to see, though. I wanted to share with you guys just how crazy of a contrast the city of Bangkok has and how fast it changes. Literally in a matter of 10-15 minutes, the city just changes drastically. So yeah, now we're on our way to Khao Road, which is by far one of the most popular areas in the city of Bangkok for tourists. It's backpacker central. It's where I spent all of my time when I first came to Bangkok. Now I tend to avoid it simply because, well, now I know where all the good spots are at, and Khao Road is, yeah, nothing too special. However, it's worth visiting when you're coming to Thailand, especially Bangkok for the first time. It's worth going there, getting a little crazy, but don't spend your whole time in Khao Road, guys, please. There's a lot more to this city, and Khao Road is oftentimes where I hear people say things like, oh man, I went to Bangkok, but I hated it. And then I asked them where they stay, and they say Khao Road. And I'm like, that's why you hated it, man. Like, there's so much more to this city. So, like, you got this gentleman, Sawadee. You got this gentleman selling, like, Buddha amulets. Oh, that was close. Lady selling some fish. Yeah, all kinds of good street food. Oh, man. Yeah, you really got to keep it going when you're on the on the scooter, or else you really start to bake. I don't know how this man's wearing a black jacket right now, but maybe he's cold. Maybe the locals get cold in Bangkok. I'm not too sure. See, I got a really respectful driver. One of these days I'll have to get on a ruthless motorcycle to show you guys how they really get down, because it's crazy. Alright, yeah, we're hitting some crazy traffic jam right now. Taxis everywhere around here. Yeah, Chinatown is always generally quite busy, and especially in the evenings. If you come down here in the evenings, man, it's hard to even walk the streets, let alone be on the back of a scooter or a taxi. Alright, and we're on the road again. Alright, Khao Road now is not too far away from here. It's only a, yeah, probably like another 7 to 8 minute drive. It's not terribly far from here. Now, I've ran into a lot of subscribers here the last 3 days that I've been in Bangkok, and so many of you guys have told me that you literally only watch my videos when I'm in Thailand. If that's one of you guys, let me know down in the comment section. That way I know exactly how many of you guys only want to see me in Thailand. To be honest, Thailand is my favorite country in the world. If I could stay here for a lifetime, I would. It's just that right now, in the point that I am in my career, I kind of want to be able to, you know, travel all around the world and make videos. I don't want to be stuck in one spot. So that's the reason why I always tune on in, make a handful of videos in a country, and then I go somewhere else. Because unfortunately, YouTube's a very tough game, and you spend a lot of time in one place, and then eventually, you know, you pick up subscribers that, you know, only want to see videos from one place. And I'm a huge fan of traveling around the world. I want to show how beautiful the world is to everybody, not just how beautiful Thailand is. So for those of you guys though that only watch my Thailand videos, don't unsubscribe. I appreciate you guys. I really do. But I completely understand why you guys love watching the Thailand content. It's so much fun. I think this is like the mechanic area or the bicycle street. There's a lot of bicycles being sold, mechanic shops. Another street food carts. That's actually what I'm going to focus on really hard the next few days. I'm going to make a lot of street food videos for you guys. I want to go on a $1 street food challenge here in the next few days, and I also want to film Chinatown street food and maybe a couple other videos down in Pattaya about street food too that I haven't covered before. We're getting closer now. A lot of construction is always going on in Bangkok. They really take care of the city here. The streets are always very well maintained. There's not really like potholes like you find in my city, unfortunately, where there's just so many. Here, the streets are always well paved, and whenever there is something wrong on the streets, they get fixed quite fast. You can tell that the government puts a lot of love into the infrastructure here in Bangkok. Obviously, the wires, the cables are pretty crazy, but I'm pretty sure if they had a solution for that, they'd get it fixed. I'm pretty sure that is the reason why they still exist, because they haven't quite figured out what to do with it yet. So yeah, there's temples everywhere. In every direction there's temples. Wow, this one's beautiful. How amazing is that? This is why I think everyone should spend a minimum of a few days in Bangkok, and it's because there's just simply so much to see, so much to do. The temples are incredible, and each can take days on its own to fully discover. All right, so we're approaching Khao Road now. It's right across the way here. Wow, that is so beautiful. I hope this was as fun for you guys as it is for me, because this is thoroughly one of the most, how can I say it? I don't get more fulfilled than being on the back of a motor taxi cruising around my favorite city in the world. This literally makes me so happy, and I do it not only when I'm filming. I decided to film this one because, well, like I mentioned, 2 days ago, I got on the back and just paid a taxi driver to do the same thing. Just take me on a cruise around the city, and I recommend that even if you don't have nowhere to go, find a moto taxi driver that might be looking, if only if you feel 100% confidence though, okay? Find a moto taxi driver that might not look too busy. Offer him a nice little chunk of change and tell him that you just want to cruise around the city. And if you got to use Google Translate, use Google Translate. But it is a good, fun way to get around. All right, we're turning onto Khao Road now. That was an awesome drive. Look at the lineup of motorcycles. I always feel like I'm in a Mario Kart game when I'm sitting on the back of a moto taxi at a red light in Bangkok. I always hear the countdown in my head. Dun, dun, dun. I'm pretty sure that's not how it sounds, but you guys know what I'm going with that. All right, here goes nothing. Hot today. Oh man, I should have worn some sunscreen and a hat. Bangkok City Library. Also, if you did make it all the way to here, what is it? The 32 minute mark. Let me know that you made it to the 32 minute mark, and please give me some recommendations of things that you'd like to see in Thailand, because I'd love to film those videos for you guys. Unfortunately, I feel like Bangkok is one of those cities that everybody comes to and makes videos in, so it's kind of hard to, you know, get creative and make videos that others haven't made before. But I always try to put my own little twist on everything. It's just that Bangkok is, you know, one of the most visited cities in the world, and everybody that has a camera comes here and makes videos. It's just the way it is. But yeah, this here is Khao Road, the legendary Khao Road. And right now I'm sure it's dead because it's midday, but it still can be completely worth visiting for a little walk. Thank you, sir. How much is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 500 bahts for you. Kapun kap. Have a good day. Thank you for the tour. That was awesome. All right. Well, now let me give you guys a little tour of Khao Road. It's actually, it looks pretty poppin' right now, but yeah, in the evening is when this place really comes to life. But yeah, this is where you're gonna find all your tourists. This is where they sell all the elephant pans, all of the tuk-tuk rides. It's the most touristic part of the city. This is why I don't spend too much time here, but I must say, I am very happy that the city is coming back to life. When I came right after COVID to Khao Road, man, the streets were looking rough. There wasn't too many, Sawadee Krap. There wasn't too many shops open right after COVID, unfortunately. A lot of people lost their businesses here on Khao Road, but now it's looking like it's starting to recover. And in fact, 2 months ago when we were down here, the nightlife scene was fully back and active. It was looking good out here. Of course, you got the Ronald McDonald's with the kapun kap hands. A lot of people call them the praying hands, but here in Thailand, that's how people say thank you or greet you. So it's very beautiful to see. of course, you get a wide variety of different street foods. And you know what? I think I'm gonna come back down this street and we're gonna go on a crazy market spree here on Khao Road. I actually filmed that video for you guys about 2 years ago, and I ended up losing the footage. But we'll come back on down here and we'll remake one of those videos for you guys. I mean, look at all the pharmacy shops, of course, those little coffee shops. And you can see the drastic difference in the videos here. 7 years ago, when I came down here for the very first time, Khao Road was completely different. Obviously, they've gotten rid of all of the signs that are hanging up above the buildings because there was an accident. I think it was a year and a half ago. There was an accident where the sign fell down off the building and injured a tourist pretty badly. So, over the course of the last year, they've been removing all of the hanging signs from all of the buildings, and unfortunately I think it took away a lot of Khao Road's touch, but it is what it is. Let me know how you guys feel about the removal of the big neon signs. I personally thought it was a bad move, but I guess for safety and whatnot, it's the best thing to do. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little quick motorcycle tour. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna get into today, but it's just a little too hot for me right now. However, we will be back down on the street. I'm gonna go on a crazy market spree here. And then later on this week, we're also gonna remake the saying yes to every street vendor on Khao Road video, because a lot of you guys have loved that so much. And I loved it so much. So we'll make that happen again soon. But for now, yeah, I'll leave you guys with this view of Khao Road. Later, guys.
You were always smarter. I was the one to tag along.